you ever just see a bald person and think I'd love to slap your head?
I can't say I have.
Just me then. Wagwan, everybody. Yeah, I've started recording them. I thought I'd jump, because this is like the third attempt of me saying hello. Thought I'd jump right in there. So, you can all introduce. Oh yeah, my name's Paul.
My name's Dan.
Have we said this is a Doctor Who podcast?
Yeah, if it's not obvious already.
Doctor Who podcast.
I'm sure we'll dip into other stuff.
Surely they'll know. The famous Shobogans of old.
Yes, a word everyone knows.
It's textbook Doctor Who.
Yeah, a word everyone should know.
I forgot the Shobogan.
I definitely knew about it before Series 12 finale.
I did have to Google
Definitely knew about the Shobogan until Paul told us what the name was.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know about it until the Series 12 finale.
No, I mean,
the funniest word I've ever heard in my entire life.
it is proper silly. Like this podcast. So, have you got like a list of things to talk about?
Yes.
I think we're going to start with some news.
Yeah. So, into the news chat.
So, insert news jingle here.
News.
Three cheese.
So,
You cannot tell listeners. We haven't recorded.
The news chat's got.
Oh, this is also like the first time all four of us have met.
Yeah, I've never met you before, Dan.
No.
Two Dans can never meet.
Anyway, what do you think of An Unearthly Child?
No, it's
We're
not
going to
yet.
do news first.
Doing the news, Dan.
Sorry, yeah.
Blowing your load too early.
Three cheese.
Right, so you have to make just a clip of that so you can insert it.
I'll make a jingle later.
No, it's got to have that free cheese thing, don't it?
Oh
Yeah.
dear God.
Yeah, right. So, first in the news chat is the Neil Gaiman story. The best story ever written. Apart from the ones actually written by Neil Gaiman.
Coraline.
No.
Yes,
Well, I haven't seen already.
Are we watching Coraline? Is that the subject?
We probably should do.
Can we do a Coraline cast?
I want to read the book first.
So this is the news that Neil Gaiman would be open to returning to writing a new Doctor Who story.
Yeah.
Yes. The best writer ever.
Can we do an experiment? What was the noise you made when you read that headline?
Ooh.
Very similar to Free Cheese as well, yeah.
Yeah, so Neil Gaiman, who wrote The Doctor's Wife and Nightmare in Silver. One very good episode, and one also another episode.
Yeah, that was definitely that was definitely 45 minutes of television right there.
It was completely fine.
One of them's the best episode ever made of anything. And the other one
was dull as dishwater.
Alright. Remember, let's play Remember When. Remember when they pick the two kids up with Clara? Archie and Andy or whatever. No, that's two boys' names. Archie and Annabelle, let's say. But it's not Annabelle.
Coraline.
Yeah, Coraline, Archie and Coraline.
Neil Gaiman has just run out of ideas.
And they take that he never will, he's a powerhouse of imagination. and then they take them to the moon. The like, is it like the eighth wonder of the universe or whatever?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's like a planet-wide
theme park.
I forgot the word theme park then.
And I remember very distinctly in the trailer they put loads of emphasis. I feel like I said that like a proper gimp. But on like Matt Smith, when he says the biggest and best, like we're gonna go no Alton Towers.
Yeah.
When he's like on the moon or something, we're like no the Smiler.
I know a lot of people have like soft spots for that design, but I can't stand that Cyberman design.
I love that Cyberman design. Do you know that
I think it's all right.
Where they run at super speed? I remember I came.
Names?
The first time in my life, I was like, oh.
I believe
Archie
we've
and
reached the
Angie.
first thing being edited out of the episode.
Yeah. First of many.
You can thank me for that later, Dom.
Oh no.
Yes, we would like Neil Gaiman to return.
Yes,
I would like him
Peter.
even more as showrunner.
The best. Alfred.
I don't know if he would be a good showrunner.
No, he will. Shut up, maybe.
I can hear my voice echoing. Can anyone else?
Yeah,
hear
it's
that?
coming out of Paul's.
I can't. So
This is good.
it shouldn't be echoing on my recording anyway, because I can't hear you echo. So
Okay.
that's fine. Can you just not hear that music?
No.
Oh,
It's the sound of drums, man. It's just always there. Like, constant.
What else is there? What's next in the news?
Rare lost Doctor Who serial footage shows a classic Dalek. I think it's something about Power of the Daleks. Yeah. So yeah, new footage from Power of the Daleks. Sorry, I said that like. My accent will get in the way of a lot of these words, but I won't let that stop me.
Yes, this is a re-release of the 1966 episode Power of the Daleks.
Yep.
But it's not new footage. It's just they're just updating the animation, I think.
Fake news.
So why did it say where? Oh right. Well, fuck you.
DVD
Radio
is coming out with.
Have any of you seen this, the 2016 version?
No.
Yes, I think that's the version on BritBox at the moment. It's
Oh, is it?
fine.
Yeah, they say the animation's improved, but I'll be honest, it still looks shit.
God,
No, it does though. Like, I was watching the trailer and it's still very wooden. And they're like, oh, look how fluid it is. And I'm like, it's no fucking Spider-Verse, is it? Fucking... like,
Spider-Verse
They've
with
got the
Patrick
budget for
Troughton.
it's not even like... It's no The Simpsons back in the 90s either, or whatever.
No.
It's like very stiff. But you know, it does its job.
I think I've watched The Invasion. That's one that's like half reconstructed, like animated.
So it's the 10th Planet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know how long ago that was though, because I've had that DVD since I was about 14 and I've never watched it. I've never watched it, but like I've had it since then. And then the other day I found out it's got the animation on it, and I was like, oh. And then I still haven't watched it. But one day. What else?
Time Lord
B&M.
Victoria is getting some micro figurines with the first release of the comic book. It was announced.
Yeah. So one of them's like got a fat head. Oh, the Daleks. It's probably important.
I'm
One of them.
I'm still so out of the loop.
Same. I've not engaged with anything.
I've got a massive echo that's like really, really distracting.
Yeah. I keep thinking I'm interrupting someone, but it's just me.
I do not hear the echo. Why do you all have an echo?
I don't know. No, it's definitely your end, lot.
Yeah, I can hear yours, Dan.
It
Yeah.
is.
I've got like a
It
massive
echoes
one.
through the.
It's on my end, but I don't know why. Because I've got headphones in, so it shouldn't echo.
We're alright if it's just you talking for the rest of the episode. We'll be fine.
Oh no, it might be echoing because on mine when you talk, it says the mic. Oh, this is fucking shit.
Oh no.
If you take your headphones off, is the audio coming through your laptop as well?
No, it's definitely coming through. Wait there, say something.
This is me saying something.
Fucking hell, you're just so loud. That's why.
Is it coming? Oh right, so it's just so loud it's going back into the mic.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I'll lower you all that. I lowered Cameron down earlier. Sorry, Cameron, but you were fucking deafening on me. Right. So now Cameron's on 50, 51 or 49. Let's go for 50.
I can still hear a bit of an echo.
Don't be.
Oh wait, no.
Don't be such a fucking.
Yeah, it's sorted now.
nuisance. Right there. I've got to put him onto the graph. Oh. Shall we mention the news about Tom Baker's audiobook
No.
we found?
No.
Should definitely say
No,
that.
thank
Stay
you.
buried.
I don't think I've got an echo anymore.
What was
No, it's gone.
what was the quote that you put in, Dan?
What?
We extracted our organs.
Right, okay. I'll briefly talk about it, otherwise you're not gonna shut up about it. We
It's
found
like the weirdest thing ever.
Tom Baker's autobiography, Who on Earth is Tom Baker? There's a couple of videos on YouTube of, it's just the full audiobook. I don't know how it's not been taken down, but they're up there. And in like chapter 2, he starts talking about, how do I say this?
You circle jerked with us, mate.
Circle jerk.
Oh, this is news I didn't want to know.
None of us did.
Oh.
You should hear the audio. He says it like Shakespeare, like he's not wanking with his mates. There's a bit, and him and his mates are just shouting out names of girls.
Yeah.
You know?
Tom started shouting another girl's name as like a suggestion.
Kylie Minogue.
Why her?
She's not that old. Why not? She's not even that old. She wouldn't have been born.
Mary Betty.
June Brown.
She was still old back
The worst
then.
thing I've ever listened to.
Right, we should really move on. I'm gonna cut all this out.
Please, for the love of God, move on.
Shut on both.
I've got the Marco Polo vinyl thing.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I didn't write that down. Go on.
Yeah, so this is the release of the episode Marco Polo on vinyl, which was a lost episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a narrated
You have
TV
the audio
soundtrack.
for all of them.
It's so weird. Why? I don't know how does that happen? Do people just record the audio separately, or?
I don't know how this happens. It's beyond me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's what happened with a lot of the animated episodes as well, isn't it? They're
Yeah.
just the audio surviving.
Let's face it, though. We know Ian Levine's got them all. He's just keeping them in spite.
Do you ever just see a bald person and think I'd love to slap your head?
I can't say I have.
Just me then. You've never had a bald doctor?
We've never had a bald doctor, have we?
No.
Unless you're counting like,
That's almost interesting.
yeah, almost. No,
Smith was
Smith.
for a bit.
time with the doctor.
No, but he's not baldy.
He's completely bald.
No, but he's not bald. Like, what I mean is he's not like, he can grow hair still.
Ah,
Know what I mean?
don't know, because like
Not
lots
like
of
an
them,
egg,
lots of
or
them were wigs, weren't they? Like Hartnell and Herndl.
What? The Handle one is terrible. The Hartnell one shocked me.
Have we got any more
Why do you keep
news?
bringing up Richard Hurdnell?
Because he's fucking scary.
Because we're doing the Five Doctors at some point.
He's just terrible.
I can't wait for
I'm
that.
not even sorry. I can't say he's terrible because I haven't seen the episode. But he does not look like William Hartnell in the slightest. Terrible.
He does like that pineapple though.
What?
You'll see. But when we get to Five Doctors, you'll see.
Oh no. that was like the worst teaser ever.
Sounds like a threat.
Prepare for pineapple.
I know, yeah. Keeps threatening to do the Five Doctors.
Push the Dalek.
Shall we talk about the main topic of the episode then? I'll get me notes up.
I'll get mine up as well if I can find them.
Cameron's got his on paper because he just hates the planet.
I also have them on paper.
Oh well, you would free cheese. Free
I don't even know what that means.
free cheese and a surplus of paper.
Yeah, so this is An Unearthly Child. We watched the first episode this week.
Just the first part. We didn't carry on watching. Well, unless I don't know. Did you keep watching?
I watched the second one and it bored me out of
Yeah.
my mind.
Yeah.
Oh well, you should watch the other. Is it 4 after that?
There's
Where they're all
two others.
Just
yeah.
as boring. What?
Yeah, it's 4-parter.
I thought I felt like
It feels like an 8-parter.
So what were your overall impressions of the episode?
I love it.
This was my
Solid episode,
second time watching it. I watched it once before when I was like 10. So I noticed a lot more about it that I just didn't pick up on. Because I was younger and I just didn't listen to what anyone was saying. I was just like, TARDIS! But yeah, it's good. It's really good. And I don't mean that
This
because,
was-
like... I don't mean that because it's, like, the start of the show and you've got to like it, but it's genuinely a really good, like, mystery. It's really eerie and I like it.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, this was the first time I'd seen it, and I honestly wasn't expecting a lot from it. But it's actually proper good.
The adventure in space and time docudrama kind of, because they show a lot about the pilot in that and how wrong that went, so you don't actually realise how good the real one is. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't watch the pilot though. I couldn't be bothered.
No, I didn't either.
Never seen the pilot.
It's the same thing,
I
but he
haven't
keeps
seen the
dropping his
pilot.
scarf and the doors keep opening and like they just fluff lines. Though Barbara did fluff a line in this one, I noticed.
Oh, did she?
is it
Yeah.
when she tries to attack him for flying off, by any chance?
No, it's when they're in the car when she's with Ian and he's saying
Oh, Barbara.
she is 15, she might be meeting a boy, and then she says something, she tries to say 15-year-old girl, but she just goes 15-year-old like that.
Oh, right.
It's like, oh,
How people talk, sometimes they make mistakes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they were
It's
working on
15.
such a
Oh,
tight
sorry.
schedule.
Has 16 always been the legal age in the UK, or in the 60s? Was it like everyone was a nonce? Like, because I know I'm saying.
So an unearthly child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious because that line's very weird. Yeah, the episode's pretty good. Like, I'm not surprised it lasted this long after that episode. And you watch the other episodes and you're like, how did it last this long?
A thing that I noticed, it's not actually in an Unearthly Child, but in the Rings of Akaten.
Oh, second best episode.
Interesting view.
That's an opinion.
That's me done, innit?
The 11th Doctor mentions that he'd been with his granddaughter to Akaten to Clara, which is presumably before they went to London
Oh,
when they were on the run. I did
Yeah.
not notice that until I read it in like the trivia section.
that's very good.
So my obviously the first thing that comes on is the theme tune, and it's so good.
It's the full thing
That
as
is
well, isn't
solid,
it?
you know?
Yeah,
It's on like a loop.
Like the theme had something about it, like how they got the effect for the intro as well.
It's
Like how they filmed it.
mental. It
But I
really
can't
was like
remember that.
cutting edge at the time.
Yeah.
it's
Filming a
something like-
camera source or something.
Yeah, they like filmed the viewfinder of the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, so it's recording its own thing.
It's pretty cool.
it's mad.
It's why it's the best show ever made.
Uh, Yeah,
These
I
aren't
mean-
hot takes to people who
did
like,
anyone
actually it's not. They're like, oh, sorry.
did anyone notice at the beginning like that? I don't know if it was just like what I was listening to it on, but when you see that establishing shot of the TARDIS and it's got that hum, it gets really loud, and it's really like ear piercing.
This
Like,
is because I sent you a voice note earlier, didn't I? When I was
and it was
watching
in the
You
background.
could hear it in the background.
Just the
It was like as clear as my voice. And I
Yeah,
was like, fucking hell,
it's
that was loud.
there's loads of bits in this where it does some really cool little like mysterious creepy music, and some of it is just noise that's like it's that horrible frequency, and it goes on for way too long. But that's like the only bad thing I can say about it.
Yeah. Very
Did any
well
of you notice? It's like the second shot when all the kids are walking out of the classroom. That one guy who looks over the two girls' shoulders and just
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking at like a magazine or something. He leans his head in between and goes,
Oh.
yeah.
It's
I
so,
thought you was implying he was
such a-
perving or something then. But like, wrong.
Proper weird.
It's just it was such a odd noise for a person to make.
Let's quickly check the Big Finish site and see what he's up to.
Yeah, he's actually got 7 series, I think, that guy.
Yeah, and don't say anything bad about them because they're some of the best Big Finishes ever made. I noticed Barbara and Ian are all four slagging Susan off and then complimenting her. They're like, she's so smart, but isn't she dead annoying in class? And you're like, well, canal, brutal. And then they're like, let's follow her own.
Yeah.
They were really, really willing to follow that child home.
He's not even the weird one, the doctor is, for letting him in the box.
Yeah.
Then Ian with his fucking weird, let's get in me car and follow a student. Oh, normalest thing in the world. For Barbara.
Later on when they get to the junkyard, I really like the "it's alive" bit. I just like that idea that, like, just being outside of it, you can tell it's like this living thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like the modern series ignores that a lot, where it's just getting picked up and put on stuff, and it's just like a prop.
Except the doctor's wife, the best episode.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait! I can't wait to do that episode.
Let's do it now.
And
No, stop the recording.
of series 1, the Christopher Eccleston one, it's implied it's alive with the heart of the TARDIS and all of that
Yeah.
stuff, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's there, if you look.
It's there. It's just I feel like, you know, in like series 2 where it just gets lifted up and put on a truck, and there's the helicopter that picks it up in Day of the Doctor. I feel like there's some episodes as well where it can't be moved.
Yeah.
It's a bit
shouldn't be able
inconsistent.
to be moved. The doctor says it's heavier than the Earth,
Yeah.
but he's like lowered it down so that it just sits nice.
Yeah. Weird.
But then, I also, in series 12, it's dead weird when she's like doing repairs on the outside of it. Got like loads of wires hanging.
Yeah, she's like opened up the bottom.
Somehow she must have just got
Called
a
it.
knife and like wedged it in.
She's in like an actual like car garage as well when she's doing that. I
She
love
must have
that.
been like, "All right, lads, do you
Yeah.
mind if I park here?"
Ah,
They were
yeah.
like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then she just did it anyway. She was like, "I'm not asked me."
I like the I mean, obviously, like, I'd seen it before and I knew kind of how the first Doctor was, because I've seen stuff like the Aztecs and War Machines and stuff since. But what really struck me straight away, I remember when I first watched it, and now, was like how much of a dick he is.
He's real mean.
He's proper cold with them. He's just like, "What do you want?"
I love that. Do you know, here's something I've got written down. Where the fuck was he coming back from?
The
Like-
shops, they ran out of milk.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes, the one reason they ever have to stop off is to get Artron energy and milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, Susan, yeah, do you know, in the classroom, they're like, "Oh, do you want us to give you the lift home or something dodgy?" I don't blame her for refusing that.
Yeah, and she's like,
But then she says, in the shiftiest way I've ever heard. I've never heard it any other way though, because no person says this. "I like walking through the dark. It's mysterious." Okay, fucking. I was gonna name it Classic Predator or something, but I can't think.
it's really good at doing that, of just getting like, here's this kid, she's really weird, like
Yeah.
from the get-go. I think
from the get-go.
I think Susan loses that quite a lot as the show goes on. I think she becomes
You
just the teenager who screams and
Yeah.
like
There's one.
My Dalek, she is definitely the teenager who screams.
she
I
just
think
like
it's in Dalek. Oh no, it's the Keys of Madness where she screams a lot.
yeah, it's weird. She like starts off as what you think is going to be like the main focus, and yeah, I don't
We
know.
have
That was
do
sort of
Keys
the
of Madness at
demographic
some
sort of thing.
Yeah, we have to do the Keys of Madness at some point. That's fucking bizarre. Bit with like brains in jars, and that's part 1. And it just goes on and on and on and on. I'm not rewatching it for the episode, but I'll happily talk about it. But what's this? Oh yeah, when they say, I think personally that it's perfectly average for a teenage girl not to know how many shillings are in a pound. But you know, it is 2020. They proper hated it, like they proper ripped into it thinking it was dollars or something like that. Like they were proper like, mate, I'm pretty sure she was stood up and everything, weren't she? Like name and shame.
They proper like humiliate her in front of the rest of the class, don't they?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You think it's dollars, Susan?
What's
You
the
fucking
fourth
idiot.
dimension you're on about? Time.
You idiot. You
Idiot,
idiot.
Susan. Yeah, they're mean. I can see why she's like not made any friends.
Everyone's a bit mean.
No,
Everyone's a twat at Coal Hill.
It's like the way
that continues in class.
It does. Miss Quill especially.
According to IMDb trivia, it was the original plan was for them to be more romantically entangled, and then that was lessened
To be
a little
fair,
bit for the right of this episode.
couples who follow school kids home together stay together. Fucking.
Yeah, were they picking on her because she knew the answer, or because they didn't get what she was saying, or
It was because she wanted to do
something more tricky?
complex
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
To be fair, I once corrected a science teacher over how Ant-Man's shrinking works.
Did he put you in the middle of the class and start laughing at you?
She gave me detention.
Oh, okay.
She was a stupid teacher. Like, one time, yeah, she lost my book, and then she had to go at me for losing it, and I was like, and then she gave me a new one, and my mate wrote a stupid name on it, and then she blamed me for it, and I was like, what would I write that?
Susan Foreman.
The worst. I feel Susan's pain is what I'm saying.
You relate to
Science
Susan.
teachers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am also a
Did your teacher follow you home?
Yeah.
Into your
Many a
scrapyard
time.
home.
He might be meeting a boy.
When Ian says to him, and you're coming with us, and the first doctor's like, oh, am I?
Oh, am I?
Like, he couldn't wrestle him to the ground. And then after that, I've got written proper 60s scuffle. Simony and just have a go.
Yeah, it really is. They're just kind of like grabbing each other and moving side to
shaking,
side.
basically.
Really.
And then Barbara like runs around and opens the TARDIS door, and he's like, no. Oh, another thing that proper grates me, yeah, is when Susan goes, I made up the name TARDIS.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you made that up from the acronym.
Yeah. Weird.
And also, is she like, if you go to Gallifrey, I'd be like, oh, great Susan, who named our greatest machine. Is she like famous?
I reckon she didn't actually invent the acronym, but
I don't.
they've just been claiming she did.
Maybe.
Yeah,
They go around
I
the
think
universe.
she was thinking, they don't know me, I'm just gonna
And
lie.
yeah, the doctors just stopped correcting her now.
It was just
Yeah,
like
he's so
this.
fed up of it, shit.
I think that
I
might
actually
be-
invented the acronym TARDIS. Yeah, sure you did.
Shut up, my dear, shut up.
So for comparison, yeah, a perfect example of what Susan's done here. On Twitter the other day, I seen a man who claimed he invented Frankenstein because his name, yeah, famous man Tony Furniture.
Yeah, I've also seen this.
Yeah, he was like, I actually invented Frankenstein because I came up with the fourth all by myself, separately, without ever hearing of it. But you won't credit me as creating it because of your SJW agenda, and I'm a white cis male. And then someone just retweeted it, saying Tony Furniture's Frankenstein. And it just proper killed me.
Just
I
the
love that.
absolute
I have
hubris on that
With
man.
me, the book, Doctor Who TARDIS Type 40 Manual, it's an actually really good book, but it does have in there a figure saying Susan named the TARDIS from the acronym.
Oh, well
and that
then,
they're just
bravo,
ET
Susan.
capsules.
If the instructional manual says so.
And this is an official BBC book. It came out earlier last year. I forgot what year I was in then, but yeah.
From the acronym. I can't
It is
believe
a-
just let me go on like that and then tell us this.
It is a really nice book.
That looks like an amazing book.
It looks. It's just. It's a very sexy book.
It's a book that I'd buy because it's so sexy. And
It's a book I have bought.
Have you read it?
The book I've bought.
I've skimmed through it.
I can't read.
Pictures.
You can't read. They mention right at the start of the next episode. It's like that's the first time it's not. I'm gonna start that whole thing again. I'm gonna.
Take free cheese.
Yes, they mention at the. They mention at the start of the next episode. It's the first time it hasn't changed. The comedian circuit hasn't worked.
It's still a police box. Why hasn't it changed?
It was a police box long before that. When the doctor was
Woof.
Roof. Classic Roof.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get when we get to the Timeless Children because I I got a lot to say about it.
I have thoughts as well.
I love the
I have
episode.
many thoughts.
I love the episode, but that roof thing is.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Save it for later.
Yeah, save it.
Yeah. So
They do say in this episode, though, they've been at Foreman's junkyard for 5 months.
Foskin's junkyard, yeah, for about 5 months.
Yeah.
So what? Why were they there? Is that ever?
Because.
Just got bored.
Yeah, they're on the run from their own people. Like, I know the Doctor would probably have a fondness for Earth built into the back of his mind from a previous life. That's the theory, you know. But maybe they could have gone to like the far end of the universe and had a whole planet to themselves or something.
Well, who knows? Earth isn't the far end of the universe compared to Gallifrey.
It's miles away, like. Apart from that time.
It's at least 10 miles away.
It's a bit of a trek.
Tinder, it'd be like Gallifrey, 10 miles. It'd be like, oh, hello, sexy. And then she wouldn't message you back.
What?
So I've heard.
My friend.
What else? I've got written here, Red Indian, and then like a shocked face. Like, do you know, like when I
What?
Do you know this emoji? Like,
why have you got Red Indian written down?
Oh, because the Doctor says Red Indian, but that's basically.
He mentioned something about Indians and trains when Ian and Barbara are TARDIS.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Because
come on, big finish. Chop. Peddling this shite onto us with a countermeasures. £40, please. But you know, one of the best series ever. Yeah, after that, I've got a quote here as well. It says, I thought this was just a cool line. It just says, I'll do the very posh first Doctor shit.
There we go.
Oh, come on.
You've made me laugh now.
Is that the quote?
What?
Yeah.
He just says, have you ever thought what it's like to be wanderers in the fourth dimension? I don't know. I'm not good at accents.
That is a good quote though, I do like that.
It is a great quote.
Yeah.
I like how he always like repeats have you all the time. He is dead old.
He's not that old though, he's
58.
like 55.
Yeah, but that's like 8 years longer than people used to live back then.
William Hartnell is the same age in An Unearthly Child as Tom Cruise was in the latest Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. So, if you've ever noticed, in Hartnell episodes, do you know, like the 8-parters and that, when he's not in them for about 4 episodes,
he's just off
on holiday.
Yeah. Off on a bender.
He just turns up one day and he's like, yeah, so I'm going on holiday. And they're like, what? And he's like, you can't lose me.
Yeah.
Start of the show.
Where do you think he goes on holiday?
If you could go on holiday with William Hartnell, where would you go? I'd go to Vegas.
I
reckon it's somewhere like Blackpool. He strikes me as a...
Go on the big one, William Hartnell.
You know what? I was going to say Greece, because there's loads of old shit there. But then you said Blackpool, and I thought, yeah.
It is.
How would you go to the Nickelodeon land?
I have a long-standing hatred for Blackpool.
One time, do you know, on the pier heads where they have them telescopes?
Yeah.
You have to pay for. Like you made the money. Well, one time, me mum was using it, yeah. I was like 12, like 10-ish, yeah. And me dog had not long died, like the day before or something. That's why we were there.
This is sad.
I'll lift. I'll bring the mood up in a minute. I feel bad now. And, so do you know the end that you see out of, like the end that you don't put your eye through, yeah.
Right.
Well, I'd went round there and I didn't know my mum was looking through it, and I was looking into that bit like a mong for like, Because why would you? Like, you can't see anything. But my mum didn't know I was there, and she like proper fucking whacked something to like move it, and it fucking whacked me square in the eye, and I was like, bastard. I didn't say that.
So why did you have to tell us that your dog had died?
Because that's why,
I'm just sad now.
that's why
That story still works without the dead dog.
that's why I was there though.
It needed the gravity.
I remember, because like after that I stormed off. God no, I could have got kidnapped, but by William Hartnell on holiday. but actually ties into Doctor Who.
Does it though?
I usually never have to tell people where I'm from, yeah, because of my very strong Scouse
It's
accent.
exceedingly clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And when
no,
I
it's
was
not,
talking
because
to-
they ask you where you're from and then they don't understand what you've said to them. That's the issue.
Well, so when I was talking to Russell T Davies the other week, yeah, I asked him a question and he went, "Oh, are you Welsh?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Not at all, Russell."
You're so cheeky.
And then I went, I'm from Liverpool. And he went, basically the same.
The Doctor first appears 11 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
an
halfway
unknown
through
area.
this episode.
Yeah, it's like 25,
It's
20
a
minutes.
very
so.
breezy episode, which is good because the rest of them aren't.
Yeah, especially compared to the next one. Because I was surprised how quickly this episode went by, but when I watched the second episode, I had to pause it several times just to have a wonder. Because the second one was so slow and nothing happens.
That summarises a lot of classic Who, unfortunately.
Yeah, they had to get that many episodes out, so it's just fill it, have the Daleks count really slowly.
Let's quickly play favourite Doctor Who cameo, or like crossover
Okay.
sort of thing. One each.
Any cameo?
Any cameo / crossover, like any
Frickin',
time the Doctor interacts with another character.
Oh, shit. I have to Google to make sure I'm right.
Go on, one of you two, any.
I've not got an answer.
Actually happen, but there was meant to be a Holby City crossover in
I hate
one
that,
with
you
the
know.
mummy pyramid at the end of the world or whatever it is
Yeah.
with the monks. And the blind
because
doctor?
Paul McGann plays a doctor in Holby City at that
Yeah, he
time
does
as
now.
well. He
Yeah.
doesn't know he's dead apparently. 'Cause
Oh,
was
is
a
he?
murderer. Yeah, he was like a stem cell scientist, and he was famous for it. Yeah, and I don't watch Holby City, and
You sound like you really do watch all this.
I've seen like 3 episodes with him in, but basically, it weren't working. Yeah, the stem cells, they weren't curing people, and they were actually killing them instead. But he was too petty to admit that, so he just fudged the results, just kept killing people.
I tell you what cameo now I look back at and I'm like, holy crap, that's him. Daniel Kaluuya in The Planet of the Dead.
Oh yeah,
I had
what?
no idea.
Is that him?
Yeah,
big
I'm the
Finnish
boss.
series about a
Yeah.
psychic woman, please.
That's
Oh,
him.
There's,
Yeah.
there's so many random psychics in Doctor Who. Like, so you'll get halfway through the story and someone will go, "By the way, psychic," and they'll go, "Oh really?" And she'll go, "Yeah, you're gonna die in about 4 episodes," and then she's never worked again.
I think there's a lot of
Like all the
cameos.
time, though.
There's a lot of like guest stars that are really wasted in the show though, like Ian McKellen and Bill Bailey and things.
When was Ian McKellen in it again?
He was the Great Intelligence in the
Snowman.
Snowman,
I thought so.
and it was
But then, why though? When they got Richard E. Grant to play him, why didn't he just do the voice too?
dunno.
so in another note for it, the person who wrote this,
Go on.
Anthony Coburn, this is his only Doctor Who story.
Oh right.
Really?
So he did a
Ah.
lot beforehand. Yeah, it was his idea for Susan to be the Doctor's granddaughter, and he was going to write, I believe, the 5th episode for Dalek, and it was going to be robots or something. And they decided to go with Dalek instead, and he then never worked on the show again.
Do you know what's weird?
Damn.
Why would she be with him if it weren't his granddaughter?
I mean, you could
That's
say
why
that
it
for every
was
single
decided to be his granddaughter.
No, but she's 15.
Is she in Time Lord
See-
years though?
He's a seedy old man. To William Hartnell.
How old is she in Time Lord years? Surely she must be like 200 or something.
Oh, was she not 15? And oh, right.
Well, she's 15 in Earth years to get into school. But now I think about it.
She regenerate into the 50. Oh, she didn't regenerate. She was just.
That's something that's never really
made clear.
Brought up that she must be a Time Lord, or at least Gallifreyan.
Yeah.
Can she? No, because she still hasn't regenerated ever. Because the Big Finish released Susan's Ward this year.
That's one of one of the theories though about who the woman in the End of Time is that that's Susan. It's like, why would she be back there on Gallifrey?
The Doctor's matter.
It's got
It's Tecteun.
Why would they not get Caroline?
That's it can't be. I don't think it's Tecteun. I think it's the woman who probably looked after him as an orphan or something. I don't know. Susan's war plug.
Paul McGann there. McGann. I just want a video of Paul McGann eating, so that I can call it Paul McGann. But
right, I'm ending the episode here.
No. Well, anyway, so
Paul McGann.
Yeah, because in Liverpool you say Scran, right? So the next thing I have is he says, "But one day we shall go get back," and then he says yes, because he always punctuates with yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like I said before, it's kind of like he's going, yes, that was the line I was supposed to say, yes.
So, if I do it in the accent, he's like, yes, wait there.
What on earth was that?
But one day I shall come back. Yes.
What's the Hartnell story where it starts with him, he's got toothache and he wants to find a dentist? Which one is that?
What?
That sounds made up.
Right, I'm gonna Google it because I'm sure I think it might be the Gunfighters.
That sounds like a Big Finish episode or something.
I'm just gonna Google Doctor Who toothache. It's definitely not gonna give me what I'm after.
And then he goes to the dentist and it's Rani's dad or something. From Surgeon Adventures.
Oh, don't worry guys, on the tardis.fandom.com/wiki there is a toothache article. Toothache
is canon to Doctor Who.
Yeah, it says toothache was the presence of pain in one or more teeth. After eating a sweet, the first Doctor was afflicted with toothache, the Celestial Toymaker.
Is the Gunfighters.
Yeah. So it says, he went looking for a dentist at the start of that.
I've got another good quote from the episode here.
There we go. Your flawless impression.
Thank you. I've spent the whole of it was very improvised.
I'm gonna make a supercut of all of the impressions in this. So just first Doctor impressions.
Just says, your arrogance is nearly as great as your ignorance. Sounds not like him.
Sounds like Colin Baker.
Smug.
Like it's describing Colin Baker, or?
Yeah, both.
But Colin Baker describing himself
in a mirror. He really came straight out the gate with one of the best episodes ever.
Yeah, it holds up well.
Apparently isn't.
It's rated like 58.
It was 58 out of 163 in 2003 by Outpost Gallifrey.
Oh, who gives a fuck what they think?
I know. Yeah.
What have they got at the top?
I don't know, so it doesn't count.
I like it though.
Let's have a look.
I definitely wouldn't show it if I was going to show Classic Who to someone. I wouldn't start with this. I'd start with Sparehead from Space still, but then I'd show them this.
If I was going to, if I absolutely had to show Classic Who to someone, because I know that they'd be like, I'm not watching this. This is 8 parts of shite.
Time in the Rani.
Go Nava, come on. I'd go the movie.
That was the first one I watched.
Same. There's no colour in the episode that you've noticed.
Have any of us noticed this episode is in black and white?
You're going to think I'm dead fucked up for the amount of stories. The weirdest stories, I tell you. So when I was a kid, and I'd imagine back in the day, like the 60s when my nan was a kid and that,
you thought it was all in black and white?
I'd always imagine it being in black and white.
Yeah.
But when I'd imagine dinosaurs, I'd always imagine them in colour.
Yeah. Like, the thing that wiped out the dinosaurs also wiped out colour.
Yeah.
We had to, like, get it back.
Until about 1970.
Till John Pertwee got the role of the Doctor, that's when it came back. He just gave everyone colour.
John with no H.
Would you like some colour, my dear?
Yeah.
That's everything we got to say.
Do we have
Very good episode.
Are we doing the Facebook feedback section? Whatever you want to call it, Facebook.
So, first of all, Landy, he said cracking pace for something so old.
Yeah.
Ian and Barbara should be fired for stalking a student. Nothing you can disagree with there.
Yeah, no, it definitely. I used to think it'd drag, but it really doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's quite a few comments about how good the pace is.
Yeah. And then
if only they could keep that up.
That.
Yeah, if only they could keep that up.
To a grinding halt.
There's Ellis Jones, and it says a pretty good story, and the caveman episodes aren't as bad as some people. They are as bad as some people say.
I think they are.
But though the first episode is the best, they are as bad as people say. Just, let's get that. That can be the motto.
It's not worse.
They're probably not. Probably like overrated if anything.
I still need to finish them, but by God, do I not want to?
Another comment.
Liam Bryce Baton. Probably pronounced that wrong. I don't know how I'm pronouncing Liam.
I'd just say the first name. It'd be.
I will, yeah.
Streamline it.
Yeah. It just says it holds up very well. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the general consensus here seems to be this episode is very good.
Yeah, except for Adam, who just said I need to stop buying Big Finish and I've got problems.
I mean, both of those are true, Paul. You have many problems.
Yeah.
And you should seek professional help.
So, this next one is from Chris, and it just says, Caveman episodes are slow, but it's a great story. We haven't watched the Caveman episodes because we're not into self-torture. It says, and then the last one is by Robert, and it says, I was amazed how well that opening episode holds up. The rest, shrug emoji.
Yeah, but you have to do the shrug on camera with the arms up. Yeah.
I couldn't see any. There we go. There we go. What a beautiful ending to this audio-only format.
Yeah. So
with Paul not even on the video.
Well, I can't believe Dan didn't turn his camera on this whole.
I don't have a webcam.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I'll hook something up. I'll hook my DSLR up and try and get something for next time.
Hook your DS up.
Oh, my DSi.
Dual screener. Yeah. So
is that
everything
to this episode?
Episode 1 in the bag.
Everything. So yeah.
Yeah.
We do anything to plug.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, and share the video on YouTube, and follow at Shobocast on Twitter.
Yeah, and other things.
I forgot we had Twitter.
I think we're on Twitch as well.
Why are we on Twitch?
I wanted an extra follower on my own account.
Oh. Well, fair enough.
I'm at Shinksy on Twitter. At Shinksy_.
I'm at Paul the Morth on Twitter.
And I don't have anywhere you can find me at the moment because I accidentally deleted my own YouTube channel today.
Oh yeah, I put out a new video earlier today as well.
I'll comment something at the video if you want to find me, but please don't.
Yeah, I'll link the video I made in the description. It's about Tom Baker. Being an absolute...
Titties.